That was a shipping agent involved in the ivory trade speaking to Alistair Leithhead. Now, it may come as a surprise to some owners, but dogs hate being hugged. A study by the University of British Columbia analysed 250 pictures of dogs being hugged and found 8 out of 10 animals looked uncomfortable and stressed. Well, I spoke to the dog behaviourist, Nick Jones.
It really does depend upon the dog. Some dogs are very well used to being cuddled and clearly enjoy it. However, a number of dogs, it's fair to say, would rather not be interrupted in the sense of being invaded, in the space being invaded. And this can be demonstrated through a variety of what we call calming signals. So the dog may well be yawning, looking away, licking its lips or nose is probably a better way to describe it. And the ears may be flat to the side of the head. So these are all classical signals of a dog feeling slightly uncomfortable.
Why does a dog feel, 80% of them anyway, feel uncomfortable about being hugged, do you think?
Yeah, I think it's a dog's language. As we know, of course, dogs can't speak in words to us, so they can't actually express the words along the lines of, I'd rather you didn't do that. And so the demonstration of calming signals, which is something I talk to my customers about on a regular basis, is really there for the dog saying to us, I am feeling uncomfortable. The difficulty is, of course, is that calming signals are not as well recognised or understood as we might hope they were by most dog owners in the public. So reading up and understanding and getting a better understanding of this subject of calming signals is really useful.
Yeah, and I suppose in extreme cases, if you don't pick up on these signals, the dog might get aggressive.
Yeah, exactly. I often see in my work dogs demonstrating certain body language or signals to the owner, or maybe me, or maybe to another dog in a public space. And if the owner is not aware of them and not recognizing them, then they could potentially continue to pressurize the dog or to put the dog in a position that the dog eventually has to escalate yet further up the ladder. So then we may have some growling, we may have some showing of the teeth, we may have the dog overtly backing away. So what the dog does in these circumstances, and by that I mean uncomfortable circumstances, it really is down to the dog. It somewhat depends on the dog's upbringing.
How come, though, a dog can come up to you, perhaps jump at you and lick you, yet can't take the affection the other way around?
Well, exactly. And again, it just highlights the absolute variability that one can find in dogs. Some dogs will overtly love being picked up and cuddled and will love to lick us all around the face, and another dog will really not want to do that.
Nick Jones.
92 to 95 FM, 810 medium wave, and on digital radio. BBC Radio Scotland.
Good evening.